Generation 10 of Pokemon. And yes, I know I'm not looking at the camera because it's over there. I'm looking here at my face, but that's okay. We're going to talk about this. So, what are some of the creatures we hope to see in Generation 10? I've seen a lot of posts about people talking about Komodo dragons and fruit bats, and I think those will be super cool. There's a rumor going around about a grass fruit bat. That would actually be really cool. I'd be super excited to see that. There are a lot of really cool animals. I did do a little bit of research just looking up what's there. There's a species of rhino there. That would be super cool. Well, the last rhino we've had was, the Rhyhorn line, and they're great, but wouldn't another one be pretty cool? Orangutan. We've got Oranguru, but maybe something a little different. They've got, I think, 3 different species of orangutan there, so that would be something super cool. A lot of birds, a lot of fish. I'm pretty excited. I would really, really like to see what they've got cooking up for Generation 10. Also, a river dolphin. I know we got Palafin, and he is perfect in terms of what a dolphin Pokemon should be. But another one would be super cool. I would love to see that. I was curious, why has there not been a dolphin forever? And then there we go. We got one, and it was great. So I would love to see another one. A lot of different birds. There's a type of hawk there that's pretty cool. It's a really rare bird of prey. I would love to see something like that. There's one animal called a babirisu. It is a pig/deer kind of hybrid looking thing. It's got these crazy tusks, or 2 are coming out of the top of its nose, unless that picture was just faked. But still, this thing looked cool. Could you imagine a Pokemon based on that? So hopefully they've looked at all of this, which I know that they have, and they've come up with some really cool things. But what about typing? I don't know. I don't think anyone has been able to figure out what my favorite type is, no matter how many videos you've watched. But I would love to see some different electric types. Give me an electric fighting type that isn't Pomo and Pomot. This isn't a knock on them. It's just they're kind of underwhelming for what you think an electric and fighting type should be. If anybody's offended by that, sorry, not sorry. I just really wish they had done something cooler with that typing for the first time. I would also love a good electric dark type that's not Morpeko. Again, another kind of disappointment. Okay, definitely a disappointment. He's a cool little dude, don't get me wrong, but when you're talking about an electric and dark type and that's what you give us instead of like a regional Luxray, it's like, all right. Like, I know everybody's like, oh, Luxray should be electric and dark. No, I like that he's just electric, but still, like, Luxray would make way more sense than Morpeko. There are also some other cool ideas like electric and fire. We technically do have Rotom Heat, yes, but I would like to see something a little different. We got Scovillain, so maybe another fire grass type. That would be pretty cool. There are a lot of unused type combos out there, so how many of those do you think they squeeze into this generation? They're not going to do all of them. I think the count, oh, and I could be wrong on this, so fact check me in the comments. I think it's like 9 type combos that just haven't been used yet. Somewhere in that ballpark. But I definitely want to see what they're going to come up with. There's a lot of cool things that I think they could do. An electric ice type that isn't Arctozolt would be pretty cool. Again, I actually kind of like Arctozolt, though I think the fossils from Galar are really, really goofy looking. I mean, I get it. That's the point, the whole mix-up thing with how paleontology was started in the UK, the way that they did things. They were just kind of like, that's a bone, let's put those bones together. Yeah. Hilarious. But at the same time, something a little different. I don't know. I'm hopeful that we're going to get some really iconic Pokemon. Like I said, there's a lot of birds, a lot of fish, a lot of cool things that they can do. I love Wattrel so much from Paldea in terms of birds. Kilowattrel's pretty cool. I like him. I think he's cool. I just think Wattrel has like that cool core Pokemon-like design. There's some Pokemon you see that you're just like, that's more Pokemon than other Pokemon. The biggest one in the last 3 generations that's done that to me is Clobbopus. Every time I see that little guy, I'm like, that is the most Pokemon that I have seen in a long time. But I'm just hoping for something that's really iconic, really fun. Again, Pokemon Day is only 3 more days from now, because today is Tuesday, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning, the 27th, 30th anniversary of Pokemon. Okay. Thinking realistically, I want, if I'm thinking of a Pokemon for me, what, like, if I could somehow reach into that game and design something, I want an electric and fire type. But I don't want it to be a bird. I don't want it to be a fish. I think that Rhino as an electric fire type would be unreal. Could you imagine this blazing lightning fireball just charging at you? It would look awesome. And not like Barbaracle. Which, by the way, worst Pokemon ever designed. Barbaracle. Fight me on that. I think it's a rock with hands, and the hands have faces, and there's two of them as a Binacle, and then a ton is Barbaracle, and the head is only the left hand. I don't understand. It's a rock with hands. We already had Geodude. He's a rock with hands. I don't hate any Pokemon or its design outside of Barbaracle. It's terrible. And I don't like the Ultra Beast designs, but they're technically like this whole otherworldly thing. Like, what would Pokemon look like in a place where this is normal? I kind of understand that. I don't like how they look. I like a couple, like Cortana, I think is pretty nifty. Stack Attack is okay. Obviously, Poipole, for the prominence that he had to be a really good design, along with Naganadel. But outside of those, like Barbaracle and Binacle, just don't exist. Cool. Don't exist. Love it. All the other Pokemon, I'm cool with. But I'm hoping for something legendarily iconic with our electric types. They gave us the boy, the man, the myth, the legend that is Toxtricity in Generation 8. We got Wattrel in Generation 9. And I know a lot of people love Bellibolt. It took me a while to actually love Bellibolt. Something about the fact that his eyes were just the dots and not the bulbs on the side really bothered me for a while. It took me a little while to get past that, but I actually really like him now. An electric fire type Rhino would be incredible. And I know I said in the last video, I'm going to try not to set expectations for myself so that I'm not disappointed. And it's okay if they give me something else and this disappoints, because this is kind of a fever dream made up in a couple seconds on a video. But I'm just really excited. I turned into a kid in a candy store waiting for these new Pokemon reveals. I'm really excited for regional forms, for what the community was calling regional fakes, with just these Pokemon that are like the Pokemon but not. There's some sort of relation, but they're not regional variants. The Wiglet was great. Toadscool was pretty cool. So I'm just really looking forward to what they can do. This is 10 generations of Pokemon. Over 1,000 Pokemon. We're going to add, hopefully, another over 100. Man, it's a really good day to be a Pokemon fan.